Hello and welcome back to Pretty DIYs. In this video, I'll be participating in the Here You Try It collaboration. I'll give you more information about that a little later on in the video. Right now, I'm going to get started on my first project. So I will be recreating Christine from DIY Craftaholics. I will be recreating her DIYs. The first DIY is going to be this door hanger. So that's where my first DIY where I'm going to get started at. And I'm going to be gluing this napkin to this door holder with Mod Podge. But first I'm going to put a light coating of white paint on it. Not too much, just a little bit to change it from the wood color. So you'll see me doing that now. I decided to, instead of doing the lines around the circle part, I decided to just put some jewels going around that. So that's what I'm doing now. So, I didn't have any popsicle stickers. So I ended up having to make my own popsicles. But it worked out really good because I just used some foam that I had. And I used one that has glitter on it and one that doesn't have glitter on it. But I ended up putting glitter on the yellow one anyway, so it didn't matter. But that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to glue those on with some hot glue. So now I'm going to take my Mod Podge and I'm going to brush the Mod Podge on, and then I'm going to add a little glitter because I felt like the yellow popsicle needed a little something to it, so I'm just going to add a little glitter. So now I'm going to work on the back, on the other side of the door holder, the door hanger, and I just cut these pieces from the napkin. I took off the extra layer because it's always like two parts of the napkin. So I peeled that off, and then I just cut the little fruit shapes out. And this brush that Christine sent me is really, it really helps with putting the Mod Podge on. So Christine, if you're watching, thank you for the brush that you sent me. It really helps when I'm adding the Mod Podge glue on. It really helps. It really makes it so that it's a seamless application of the Mod Podge. So thanks again for the brush. And I'm just brushing. So I have added Christine's version, and then I've added pictures of my recreation. And I'll get started on my next craft. So the next DIY I'll be creating is this. It's a little reef, and then it's like in front of this, I don't really know what to call it, but I guess it's kind of like a wooden frame type of thing. So I'm going to be recreating that. I already had the reef part, and then I just added the greenery that I got from the Dollar Tree. Also got that little frame from the Dollar Tree as well. So first I started by gluing the greenery on. Then I noticed that it wasn't really working, so then I decided to tie the greenery on with like this string that I had. So that's what I did. The string is silver, but it's not going to end up showing. And I'll just cut the little excess pieces off. but that worked better than gluing it on. I glued what I had, the little pieces that I needed to be glued on, but it worked better when I tied the pieces on versus gluing them on. So that's what you see me doing now. I'm gluing some pieces, but most of it's being tied on. And now you see me gluing. I had these little purple small flowers. I'm gluing those on now just to add a little color to the reef. And now I'll be adding these little picks that I got from Joann's Fabrics like last year. They come with like beads and then these little flower pieces. So I'm going to be adding them. And they have a little wire, so I'm just going to wrap them around. And I ended up having to tie the reef onto the frame part. So that's what I ended up doing. I took some jute twine, I think it was jute twine or cord or whatever that the little string is, and I tied it onto the back, and that's the way that I held it on. And then for the middle part, I added a little heart to cover up that space because a part of it came off the white part, so I just added something to the middle to cover it. I linked Christine's DIY, her version, and then I'm going to link my version so you can see how hers looks and then see how mine looks. This is the Here You Try It 2.0 collaboration. The hosts are Christine from DIY Craftaholic and Tammy from Happiness Created. Their channels will be linked in the description box as well as the playlist. So don't forget to check out their channels and also check out the playlist so you can see all the other creators' creations. Now back to the video. For my last DIY, it will be the recreation of the reef that Christine did. I will be putting my little spin on it, and I've already partially wrapped the reef form, so I'm just going to finish wrapping the rest of it.
I always give away too much. It's like I've got no sense of touch. I'm always pouring out my heart, no little by little here.
Okay, so now I'm gonna be adding, I couldn't find the buffalo check ribbon, so now I'm gonna be adding this, I believe it's like a Easter buffalo check ribbon. So I'm gonna be wrapping that around. I'll also be adding some flowers to it, some yellow flowers and then a few white flowers.
I'm always pushing things too far. 2, 5, 6, 10 drinks at the bar. No boundaries, I get too close. No little by little here. 'Cause I give my all. Oh, no little by little. I pour out my heart. No little by little here. I always run and hit the wall. I'd rather jump and risk the fall. I see no limits in the sky. No little by little here. No, got stuck on working on myself. was wrong and needed help. But I'm just different, something else. No little by little here, 'cause I give my all. Oh, no little by little, I pour out my heart. I'm gonna go everywhere and be myself, I swear. I'm gonna give my all, 'cause I don't care if people will stop and stare.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the playlist so you can see the other creators, DIYs. Also, make sure you check out the host channels. They'll be listed in my description box. And I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned for the final reveal.
Let me be all that I can be. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly into the sky. Let me